Hey, it's Mike here at Pro Steel Products. Today we're going to be installing the new 3-inch setback with a 3/4 inch riser in the front. You guys asked for it and we're going to get it installed. This install will be exactly the same way as the standard. It doesn't have the 3-inch setback. So what you're going to need is a 12mm socket, a 10mm socket, and that's it. You're going to use all the existing hardware and the mounting points of the KRX 1000. So we're going to install it on the passenger side of Gina's green machine here, and both sides will be the same. This gear will always be on your right side when you're sitting in the seat. If you're doing the passenger or the driver's side, this is also going to be on the right side. They go in the same way. So that gear will always be on your right side. This safety pin will stop the seat from sliding all the way out if you release the slider, and it'll stop it from going all the way out. So to remove the seat, it's just a safety precaution. Pull the pin out, take the seat out, lube it up, put it back in, wash it, whatever you got to do, because it's real easy to take these seats out. So let's get these installed and I'll show you what to do here. First off, you're going to remove the bottom cushion. Just pull up on it and then discard it. Not discard it, but set it out of your way. Right here you're going to see this is a seat stop. So you really don't need that with these 3-inch risers because it's going to be up above that. So it's just going to be in your way, so I would take a 10mm, go ahead and take that out. Okay, and that's basically all it is just a seat stop. And we're going to put that in the box of standard equipment that we don't need anymore. In case you ever wanted to go back to stock, you can grab it. Now we're going to switch to 12mm. Okay, this machine is a 2021. It has the 8mm bolts in it, so it's going to take a 12mm socket. 2021, halfway through the year, they changed, and you're either going to have 10mm or 8mm. So you're going to be a 12mm head or a 14mm head. When you order, make sure you get the right ones, because these holes are matched to the size. They're just a little bit extra, so you have room to wiggle them around a little bit. So basically, when you get started, you're going to take the front 2 bolts out, and on the 2021 8mm, all these bolts are going to be the same size. Okay, on the driver's side, the one back here in the corner is going to be a short bolt like this one. All the rest of them are going to be long. So once you got this out of the way, these 2 bolts, this seat will slide all the way forward and detach from the vehicle. So what you do is just release it, and you can see it's moving around a little bit. It just goes straight out, and that's how my brackets work when we get them installed. So now that we have the seat out of the way, we can take the rear bolts out. It's real easy to get to. You take those out. Now the stock sliders can be removed, and you put them in a box in case you ever want to go back. And this is where I show you get 3 extra inches of travel rearward. The standard ones will also have the riser, 3/4 inch riser, but the gear will be about this size because it's standard. You'll get the full forward as stock and extra 3 inches back. So it's not like you're losing 3 inches from the forward position. In case you have a short wife or something and you're real tall, you can both utilize the same seat sliders. So these you're just going to discard. Then you're going to place these. Remember, the gear always goes towards the right, so you're just going to place it down there and just get the bolts started. These short ones are a little hard to get in this back hole, but you'll get it. There's not much to grab a hold of, and I didn't make it. There we go. Okay, you're not going to need this pin in there. That's just a safety pin. You can put it back in if you want. But you're going to make sure these are loose enough to where this thing will move around. Okay, see how much that moves? That's where you want to leave it for now. Then you do the other one the same way with the gear. Get that started. The back one started. And what I usually do is I just run it down until it stops and back it off. Don't have to back it off a lot, just enough to where it's going to flop around a little bit. Okay, just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to get the seat. Alright, a good rule of thumb is to keep them lubricated. Just make sure all your rollers aren't damaged or broken or anything. If they are, you can get replacements from your Kawasaki dealer. But I'm just going to spray these up. It'll really help with the sliding of this, and you won't have a bit of problem. So every time you remove the seat to clean it, just give it a quick shot of WD-40 or a compatible lubricant, spray lubricant. So you're going to line up these rails. Okay, it's pretty much, these are going to be really loose, so you're going to be able to get them started. Just wiggle them around and get them lined up. Okay, it'll get easier once them rollers address the bottom of that. Okay, right there they just engaged. Always load this spring before you get to the gear. Otherwise it's not going to work properly because it won't lock. You got to load this. Now it locks. Okay, so now what you're going to do, roll it back till you can just see the front bolts. Okay, the seat will align these. So what you're going to do, just tighten these down right where they're at. Okay, now the front bolts are done. They're not going to move. Now you're going to lower the free seat forward till you can just see the back to where you can get in there with your wrench and tighten the back ones up. So I don't know if you can see in the camera, but I'm just going to reach this and just tighten these up. Okay, and that pretty much, as soon as you get them out of here, and there you go. You got three inches all the way back, and you can tell that it's hitting back here, and it's all the way back against the wall. So you get all that travel and all the way stock forward. So all you have to do now is put the seat cushion in, and some of these give you a little bit of problem. Just go side to side until you're in them slots and then slot it down. Now your installation is complete. You can put this back in for safety reasons so it won't come back out. So right there, when you go forward, it's going to stop. It's not going to pin you against here if it comes out. When you want to take it out, just pull this pin, set it aside, go all the way forward and out. And it's just as easy as that. I do recommend that you take the bottom seat cushion off when you're installing it, because you have to visually see the alignment between those slots in that line, and then slide it back in, and that's it. Now that's the same installation for the standard and the 3-inch setback. So have a great day, and hope to see you on the trail, and we'll see you on the next one.